It's a bit of a foggy start out there as we get a live look at Mercy Health SkyTrack camera overlooking the Park Hills Golf Course out in Freeport. The fog has gotten so thick that you can't even see the driving range and also the golf course off in the distance. Just that flagpole there that remains calm. Just a couple of counties under a dense fog advisory this morning. That remains for our southern Wisconsin counties up until 10 o'clock this morning. But whether you're driving through northern Illinois or if you're driving through southern Wisconsin, just make sure to keep yourself multiple locations that are seeing visibility under a half mile so far, especially down in DeKalb, 0 mile visibility down to a half mile up in Janesville, 0 in Freeport, also up in Monroe, and 0 at Advantage. Just make sure to take time and take extra caution this morning. Precipitation-wise, we are free of that across the state. I can see those thunderstorms move through overnight. They are off to the south and southeast, leaving for some cloud cover that's moving in from the west. Now, we do have the chance for severe potential, especially late this afternoon, stretching into the evening, and it all has to do with this warm front that is now draped through central Iowa and just south of the state line. This low-pressure system that's now moving into Minnesota is going to help lift that warm front into southern Wisconsin this afternoon, so that's going to bring the potential for severe weather to the state line. Overnight last night, we did see the Storm Prediction Center bring up that slight risk, which is the shade of yellow here, for a majority of the state line. That's level 2 of 5 in the categories for severe weather, because they did see the northern jump in the warm front in models this morning. But that's what we have to watch, is the placement of that warm front. As that warm front lifts into northern Illinois, you are going to be seeing a much unstable air mass and warm air mass to the south of that warm front, where you're going to see dew points in the low 60s, temperatures rising easily into the low to mid 70s, plus you have that energy in the atmosphere needed for all those storms to start jumping up and taking advantage of that environment. And also that's where you're going to find your highest risk for severe weather, especially through west central Illinois up into northern Illinois, and we have to watch the potential for severe weather late this afternoon, stretching into the evening. So let's take a look at that using Futurecast, timing out the severe potential later on today. We are actually going to stay dry for the first half of our day today, dealing with that dense fog. Should be tapering off by mid to late morning, leaving us with partly to mostly cloudy skies. And once we get into the 2 to 3 o'clock hour, that's when we start to see some thunderstorms right along with that warm front. You see more discrete activity starting to pop up in west central Illinois, but then it's going to start to congeal into a line as a cold front makes its way into western Illinois. You can see all these thunderstorms starting to congeal into a line around 7, 8 o'clock, and pushing east of the state line as we head closer towards the 9 to 10 o'clock. So I think the severe potential is going to be from 3 to 9 today. Once we get towards midnight, the severe potential is going to end, and we're just going to be left with a couple of showers. Then as we head into tomorrow, we're going to continue those shower chances, so light to moderate rain throughout the morning and into the afternoon on the backside of this very dynamic system. Now, as we talk about threats with the severe weather later on today, highest threats are definitely going to be the winds and also the hail, but heavy rainfall is also going to be associated with these thunderstorms as well. The potential for tornadoes, it's there, but it's on the low side and very isolated. You have your surface winds out of the southeast, and you also have your upper level winds out of the southwest. So once you get those two starting to mix together, that does create a little bit of spin in the atmosphere, so we do have a chance for an isolated tornado or two later today. Just make sure to have multiple ways to receive watches and warnings, whether radio, television, or cell phone. Have your safe place and severe weather kit ready to go. Once we get through this severe weather day, we are going to see cooler temperatures for Wednesday, and then temperatures are going to be warming into the upper 60s, low 70s by the time we get into the weekend. And as